Good afternoon, I'm Olive Burrows and you're watching NTV at One. 4 people have been killed in clashes involving 2 communities in Marsabit County. The attackers are believed to have thrown an explosive into a manyatta, leading to the deaths in the latest flare-up of intercommunal clashes in the expansive county. The Shur attack happened at around midnight, 5 hours after an earlier attack on Idido, where an unknown number of camels was stolen from 2 homesteads. The attacks happened shortly after a visit to the region by Police Inspector General of Police Joseph Boynet, where he called for peace and asked those with illegal guns to surrender them to police. 2 more clashes in Narok West. 1 person has been injured at Olaro Conservancy in a battle over resources. Olaro manager William Justine is nursing an arrow wound on his right cheek after an unknown attacker shot him on Thursday evening. William was discharged after the arrow was removed from his cheek at Ngoswani Health Center. The community has accused the management of Olaro of harassment and blocking them from accessing water points. Police in Narok have launched investigations into the incident.
Hiyo mambo ya maji tulishamaliza na wananchi wanakunywa maji, hakuna mtu amewahi kuwasuia, na hata tumewachimbia maji zingine sehemu zingine kama sehemu ya Olelembo hiyo wako na maji, kama upande ya Mpopongi kuna donors walikuja wakaeka maji hapo, na sisi pia tumefuata, tumewapatia 1150 ya kutengenezea muharate ng'ombe wa kunywa maji. Kwa hivyo mambo na maji, kama viongozi wa hiyo conservancy ya Olaro hatuna shida na wananchi na maji yao, kwa sababu ni yao na ni haki yao wapewe.
Police on Friday night arrested former National Olympics Committee of Kenya Deputy Treasurer Stephen Soy in connection with the Rio Olympic scandal. Investigations have been ongoing to find out if money and kits allocated to the Kenya team for the Olympics in 2016 was either misused or stolen. Soy led Team Kenya to the Games in Brazil and admitted that he carried 25 million shillings in cash to the Games for accommodation and medical supplies. Former Cabinet Secretary Hassan Wario and former NOC Chairman Kipchoge Keino are among 7 high-ranking officials to be investigated afresh in the 88 million shilling scandal. Security officials have warned criminal gangs who have been terrorizing Kisumu residents. Police say that intelligence officers have been deployed in the area in efforts to flush out persons involved with a criminal gang. This comes after residents complained over the increasing number of attacks and even theft cases.
Mambo ya kusema kuna sungu-sungu, sijui kuna nini, we do not have such kind of structures. Hatuna structures kama hizo. So tumeweka askari wa kutosha Kisauni wa kushika doria sehemu hiyo. Tumefungua police post patrols zingine. Tutafanya mikutano ya kuzungumuza na wananchi waweze kutusaidia kuona ya kwamba kuna usalama katika sehemu zote na vitongoji vyote vya Mombasa.
The death toll after River Sume in Bududa district burst its banks on Thursday and caused a mudslide has continued to rise and was at 40 as of Friday afternoon. The search for bodies is still underway, but those doing the work are unhappy with the slow response of government. NTV Uganda Solomon Kawesa is in Bududa, from where he filed this report.
People from near and far have been thronging Bukalasi sub-county in Bududa district, where River Sume burst its banks on Thursday and sent torrents of water and mud cascading through villages, causing dozens of deaths and destruction of property. Here, the extent of damage by Sume River is vivid. Many houses were flattened, while some are completely uprooted. In Bukalasi town, the disaster happened on a market day, which had attracted people from as far as Sironko and Kapchora. John Babiari was one of them, and he recalls how everything started.
balala babatimile luwande lwotayi baonile nafe khukobole luwande lwena poshi khwakhola khuriena khwaona nenga bafura bubunji abe trading center eliwo banywelo bakhola bariera khusubulilo basi.
He survived by running, but still he was left with a few bruises. Roads and bridges were swept away and makeshift crossovers have been locally provided to ease movement. We also used the same means, but before long my cameraman got stuck. Getting to other affected places, we had to go up and down the hills. We also paid a visit to those who are injured at Bukalasi Health Center 3. Here, we found Esther Namboba, who lost her sister who had come to pay her a visit. This is her sister's son, who was left with wounds as the landslide mercilessly swept through their village.
Amazi nekakwata omwana ono na mama we yagenda nafa n'amazi landslide yemutama n'amayinja kati omwana ono amazi nekamukwata namugenda nekamuteeka eri mu mayinja nekamusako ebinakane emiti oba biki ne bagenza ne bamulondayo kasasiro.
Most of them were unconscious. We tried to resuscitate, they came back, they are now conscious, most of them. As I told you, those who were severely injured, we referred to Bududa, there were 2 of them. Then those 2 who came when they saw so much injured, we tried as people, but we failed. Those ones had to pass on.
At Sume Junior Primary School, some school children were also carried away by the floods when the water washed away part of the school. Their bodies are yet to be found. The search for the bodies of those thought to be missing is on, but locals here are unhappy with government for allegedly responding sluggishly.
But so far the chairperson LC5 came to this area, we saw the woman MP coming, but we have not seen them coming with anything. In fact, we wanted to remove the dead bodies from underground, but we are just using bare hands, in fact.
By the time we left the area, the official death toll was standing at 40. However, we met scores of residents carrying bodies which had been recovered from the debris, meaning the figure could rise significantly over the next few days as recovery efforts continue. Solomon Kawesa, NTV.
National Assembly Speaker Justin Muturi has directed the Public Accounts Committee to speed up the county audit accounts report for the past 3 years in order to enable the county governments receive funds. On her part, Lands Cabinet Secretary Farida Karune called for the expedition of land cases to enable Kenyans receive their title deeds in time. They were speaking in Burnt Forest, Uasin Gishu County during the issuance of title deeds.
Wabunge ambao wako katika kamati hasa public accounts, in the interest of serving devolution in this country, to move with speed and ensure that we conclude consideration of the latest audited accounts by the Auditor General of the revenues collected by the national government. Zimalizike in the next 6 months, because we want county government to get their fair share of resources.
Leo tunapeana titles 2,000 na tunaomba mkiwa na makesi kotini tuelewane, mtoe makesi. Manake hatuwezi kutitle shamba ambaye iko na kesi. Mkae na wazee wa mama, musikizane. I think huku mashinani shamba inajulikana ni ya nani.
Major retired George Nyamoko has been appointed the new Director General of the Kenya Maritime Authority for a period of 3 years. Nyamoko has served at Kenya Navy for a period of 20 years and he's taking over the mantle from George Magoye, who served as the acting director after the exit of Nancy Karigidhu, who is now the Principal Secretary for Maritime and Shipping Affairs.
Major retired George Nyamoko Okongo brings to KME a wealth of experience of almost over 24 years from the maritime domain of which 20 years he served at the Kenya